The blank sketch variant first started in 1995 with Gen 13 issue 1 do-it-yourself cover and became a staple in the comic book world ever since. I know I have my reasons for collecting them, but what are your reasons for collecting them? I put out a question on Instagram and YouTube earlier to see what different people in the comic book community had to say. So stick around, we'll see what y'all had to say, and I will show you some of my blank cover collection. Okay, like I was saying before, I put out a question earlier on Instagram and YouTube asking the comic book community if they collected blanks and what they collected blanks for, if they picked them up weekly or if it was just an occasional thing. So let's see what some of the people had to say. First up is Comics by the Bay. He says, I never looked at them until after drawing along this past week during TM/Roscoe's show. I love Chris doing his drawings on blank covers, and now that really had me close to already grabbing one this week. Kind of love how we all seem to inspire each other. So I thought that was a pretty cool answer. And next up, Trev the Shipping Guru said, usually just ones I like the trade dress for. So, okay. Cole's Comic Claims said, on Gmart I pre-order a ton, but I'll grab them when I see them at the shop. Main Event Comics and Wrestling said, although I do have one or two from Walmart packs, I don't collect blank sketch variants. Great question, though. Collecting Wadur said, I got a couple for Spawn and 8 Billion Genies, and a pink one for I Hate Fairyland. Just depends on the title, really, and someday I would enjoy someone doing art on it. Over on Instagram, Dave Collects Comics said, well, I'm an artist, so I just draw on some of mine. Geek Out with Roscoe said, I love drawing on blank covers, so I will pick up ones that I really want or have some wild idea. Now I do have a ton already, so I slowed down some, but I'm waiting on that Darkwing Duck sketch cover. Now, next, Ryan LCS said, I pick them up occasionally, but usually when I have an artist in mind. And Cali Comics said, I have a short box of blanks. If I actually got a professional artist to do a commission on each one, it would be a small fortune that I don't have. So I have no clue why I keep buying them, to be honest, which kind of reminds me of myself. That was the closest answer to probably myself. That reminded me of myself so far. And Evil's Comics said, only if I can't get the issue. I have some, though. Dollar Bin Bandit said, I do. Had to make a short box just from blank and commissions done on blanks. LOL. And last but not least, Nick Comic Culture said, I typically don't buy blanks unless I have a specific artist/event coming up and I want to sketch. So we got a bunch of different reasons right there. I know I pick up blanks. I don't really know why I continue to pick up blanks at this point. I just see titles and I have ideas that I want to get done on them one day, I guess. But I got a lot of different ideas that I want to get for each title that I pick up. But we'll go ahead and flip over to a point of view shot, and I will show you guys some of the blanks that I've picked up over the last couple of years. Okay, so I think I'm going to do it this way. I've got my short box of blanks right here, so I think I can make it work doing it this way. So first up, we have Gargoyles. Got a nice purple blank for that one. And next up, this is Fallen Sun, the death of Captain America. I think there's a lot of cool stuff you could do on that one, maybe involving like a graveyard or something with some heroes gathered around. But that would make for a really cool commission. Next up, I have the Scorched, and these were for issue 5. Then I have, and I actually had the privilege, this is one of the books that I gifted Bueller because I know that he loves Spawn and he goes to a lot of conventions. So this is a book that I gifted Bueller. But this is a blank for issue 329. Really cool trade dress on that one. I like that purple and like greenish, almost Joker colors. Here is, see, I got a couple of blanks for Gunslinger Spawn. So Gunslinger Spawn's just such a cool character that that would definitely be an awesome commission, depending on what artist you get to do it. Next blank I have is the Army of Darkness 1979. The next blank is Crossover issue 6. And all kind of cool crossovers that you could do on that one. Or you could stick to the characters in the issue and go like Image and in different characters. The next one is Primordial. I had to get the blank for that series because it was just such a good read. The next one is for King Spawn issue 9. I have a couple of those. And people say that King Spawn is probably their least favorite out of all the different Spawn series. I really like King Spawn, actually, though. The next blank is another for Gunslinger Spawn, and this is a black blank. And it's for issue 8. The next one is the Sumerian People of the Black Circle. And that's for Ablaze, a blank for Ablaze. Here's an unusual one, and I like to pick up unusual blanks with unusual trade dresses. If you could do something crazy with it or weird, I'm gonna want to pick it up. Like for example, see what's an example of one. There's one. I don't know who made the comic book up, but it was Mind Crap and Fart Night or something like that, and it said that on the trade dress. And I wanted that so bad just because, I don't know, you could do something really funny on that. But this is a weird mix. Star Trek and Green Lantern. So, like, the weird possibilities are unlimited with that one. There's another Gunslinger for issue 8. Here is for Fantastic Four issue 1. I got this recently. Didn't have a Fantastic Four blank, and I love the Thing, Ben Grimm. So I would probably have him drawn on that. Or She-Hulk even, and like a Fantastic Four outfit would be awesome. Here is one I picked up recently. This is for Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 100. And at this point, I wish I would have grabbed a green one. Honestly, I didn't. Who knew that, you know, we were gonna lose the Green Ranger though? But that's who I would probably get done on this one. Excuse me. Got a blank for Unnatural Blue Blood. Do some cool stuff with that character on that. And I love Elvira. I always have my whole life. I'm a huge horror fan. You would see her on like the Nick USA Up All Night, like the old horror things at 3 a.m. But I had to grab an Elvira blank when I saw it. This is Elvira in Horrorland issue 1. So I would definitely like to get a cool picture of Elvira on that. This is Multiversity Team Justice issue 1. It's a DC Pride blank, which I thought was cool. It's got the little Pride thing up there, and yeah, I just thought that was cool. It's a DC blank and a DC Pride blank. So here's an option series blank. There's Noctera issue 1. So that's definitely a good one to get commissioned and graded probably. Here's one that I got. I've never read this before. I got it just because you could get probably a cool vampire cover or something done on it. But it's Vampire Macabre issue 1 from Asylum Press. I picked that up for like $1 one day. Here's another option series blank. This is for Geiger issue 1. I would love to get the Glowing Man done on this. So many cool things you could do, and the Glowing Man with some bright neon colors would be really, really cool. So definitely glad to have that. Next up, we have Vampirella Dracula Unholy, a Love Story. So you could go many different ways with that. Vampirella, Dracula, or both of them. Here's another Vampirella, Vampirella Strikes, and this is like a burgundy color blank, which you don't see too often. Here is a blank I picked this up for $1 the other day in a dollar bin for Dark Ages, the event from this past year from Marvel. But it's a black blank variant for that. Here's one for The Walking Dead Aftermath. This is The Walking Dead issue 192. I don't know why it says Aftermath right there in the corner. But there's a Walking Dead blank. Get all kind of zombies done on that or whatever. Here is a House of Slaughter for the Something is Killing the Children people. Out there, here's House of Slaughter. Issue 2 blank, had the blood splatters on it. Here is, this one's interesting. This is 0 Hour 0. This series, I think, started at 6 and counted backwards. This isn't a true, this came out, this predates the first blank sketch cover in 95. However, this isn't a true blank sketch variant. This is just a cover A. During this 0 Hour event, issue 6 starts in full color and it counts backwards. And each issue has less and less color till you get to 0, and it is a completely blank cover. But this was not intended to be a blank sketch variant. However, I have seen people get commissions done on this cover just like it is. But kind of an interesting little thing right there about that one. But I got it, though, anyways, just to, because you could, even though it's not a true, it predates the first one, which is an interesting little piece of comic history. And you could get something done on it. It's a cool DC blank. You don't see DC blanks as much as some of the other company. I don't know why either. Big Two, you'd think you'd see a lot of DC blanks. I don't seem to find as many DC blanks as like Marvel or Image. Or here is some blanks for Scorched issue 6. So that's some blank covers. Here are some pink blank covers for Haha. I loved that series. That is why I picked up 2. And also just endless possibilities for, I am a clown lover. I'm one of the few people probably in the world that love clowns. There's so many endless possibilities you could get done with this cover. I've seen people get like Trump with a clown nose and go political. I've seen people just straight up get like Pennywise on here, or John Wayne Gacy Pogo the Clown on here. You can go real crazy with it. There's all different directions. You could get Bozo the Clown, iconic clowns on here. So many directions you could go with this one. So that's definitely a really cool one. Here are 2 more for King Spawn, and this is blank. The last ones were white, I think. So these are blank black ones for issue 10. Here's a really cool one. This is for Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality issue 1. If I got something done on that, I would want the Symbiote Spider-Man, of course, the black suit Spider-Man. Something really cool with him done on this. Because for one, that's the Spider-Man that appears in that. But 2, I just think that would look really cool on that cover. Here is one for House of Slaughter issue 1. This one does not have the blood splatter, but this is for an earlier issue than the previous one. So that one's got the black and white trade dress. Here is, I showed you guys crossover 6 blank earlier. Here's a crossover 4 blank with a slightly different trade dress. Moving on, here is a blank for Stray Dogs. And this is the second print blank, unfortunately. I wish I was smart enough to pick up issue 1 of Stray Dogs when it came out in the first horror variants. I was on that series from the beginning, luckily. However, I would remember looking directly at the first print blank and not picking it up. And I never could find it again because, of course, the series got hot after that. So I ended up picking up this one, which is the second print blank later on. You can tell the 2 apart because the first print blank, it's worth a lot more. It has the black trade dress. It's Stray Dogs outlined in black instead of the red. The second print has the red and is a little less valuable. Still cool to have, though, because I love Stray Dogs. This, spec-wise, is probably one of the bigger blanks in my collection. It would be top 10 out of all my blanks, it would be on the top 10 list to get something done on. This is Dark Avengers issue 1, and it's the first appearance of Iron Patriot. So if I were going to get a commission, which I probably actually will get a commission on this one day, it would have to be something involving Iron Patriot. So that's a really cool one. I think this blank is like a $30 blank, because the blanks tend to not be worth as much as like your A cover or just whatever variant is the hot one. It tends not to be the blank, but this one actually has some pretty good value because of that Iron Patriot first appearance. Let's see, yeah, shit's falling over here, excuse me. My next one is Bloodstained Teeth, issue 1 blank, and this is another cool one because it's got the blood splatter. It's got it in the corner right there instead of up top like the House of Slaughter. That was Bloodstained Teeth from Image. Here is, I'm always going to pick up Spider-Man blanks. Here's another Spider-Man blank. This one's just for the newer run from Dan Slott, and it's a white blank. Cool trade dress on it, the classic red and blue. So that's a must pick up right there. Another must grab blank is the Spawn #1. And this is that reprint blank that they came out with this past year that everybody was grabbing. It's a reprint of issue 1, but still, man, you gotta get that. That's just too cool not to. Next, this is my newest blank. I grabbed this one the other day. This is from last week's New Comic Book Day. Here is Miles Morales, Spider-Man issue 1. And this one would be a really cool one to get done, like, I don't know, with Miles and like some graffiti or something like that. Or most people get Miles and some cool kicks, some cool shoes. But that would be the route that I would probably go on that one. Next up, these are cool. I had to grab 2 of these just because I loved Garbage Pail Kids when I was younger. But this is for Garbage Pail Kid Origins, issue 1. And this is a trading card variant blank. And the reason I grabbed 2 of these is because it's another one of those, there's a million directions you could go with this. Take, for example, like, you could get a character from Garbage Pail Kids drawn on this by a cool artist, but you could also go in this direction. You could get like almost like a caricature type deal, or just any kind of illustration of someone you liked, and then get a silly name for them drawn out across the bottom, just like on the Garbage Pail Kid cards. And you know, like for example, I could get my son on there and get a silly name that, you know, like Kooky Kingston or something down at the bottom, or something. Just, and there's just so many directions you could go with that one. So had to get that. Here's another one that's optioned that I had to grab. I grabbed this out of the dollar bin not too long ago too. Shadecraft issue 1. This one got picked up by Netflix. So if you see this, grab it for sure. Another one that I think will probably get optioned one day. That or it will just end up being a classic, and I'll be glad I have this either way. Twig issue 1. A lot of cool stuff you could have done on that one. Here actually is a signed blank that I would like to get. Let's see, this is for House of Slaughter issue 1, and it's got the COA. It's signed by James Tynion. And I actually want to I definitely will get this one done by, like, I don't know, a cool artist like J. Scott Campbell or someone like that. And then, you know, get them to do a signature or a commission remark and get their signature like up here or down in the bottom corner. And then I got a double signed commission piece. So that would be amazing. Definitely have plans for that one. The next one up is Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, issue 1. And I grabbed this out of a dollar bin for like $0.25 just because it was a Valiant blank. And just to have a Valiant blank, I guess, but it's Imperium, issue 1. Whoa, about dropped it too. And I'm losing my books here. Hey, that's stupid. Okay. Here is one for Astro City, and this is the last Astro City that came out this past year. It's Astro City That Was Then. I believe it's a one-shot. And then here is a cool black blank sketch for King in Black. A lot of really cool stuff you could get done on that one. Let's see, let me go ahead and just pull the rest like this. Okay. Got one for Purgatory from this issue 1 from Dynamite. I really like the character Purgatory a lot, so I'm glad that I picked that one up. I usually will grab a blank for big events like King in Black I just showed you. This one was for Devil's Reign. Thought it was cool they had a red blank for that one. Here is one for Aerosmith Behind Enemy Lines, issue 1. And here's one for Hulk, the newest Donny Cates run on Hulk for issue 1. This one's cool. This one's for Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade. I like the trade dress on that a lot. I like Black Knight a lot too. This one's worth a little bit of money. This is for Civil War, or Secret Wars issue 1, but it's a blank. Got a little bit of a smudge, but I think I can get that off. That one's worth a little bit actually right there. Let's see. Next is Nyx issue 1 from Dynamite. Nyx is a pretty cool character. The next one you could get some really cool stuff on. This is an older IDW blank. This is Mars Attacks Occupation, and that's issue 1. You get a lot of cool stuff done on that one if you're a horror fan. Here's a DC blank for Batman Catwoman. And that one actually, I don't know what color you'd call it, like a teal, I guess. I don't know. That's a cool color for that one. I grabbed this out of a dollar bin. This is for Berserker issue 1, and it's optioned. Get Keanu Reeves drawn on that one. I really like this blank a lot. I probably will get something done on this one day, but it's for Spider-Woman issue 1. Probably will actually get that one. You could get some cool stuff done on this one too. Joker 80th Anniversary. That's a cool blank. It's got like purple and green splatter. Here is for an older run of Mirka Andolfo's Unnatural. This is issue 12 blank on the first volume. And we have a black blank for Venom. That's a really cool one. Then a blank that I got for like $1 for Doctor Who issue 1. And I'm not even into Doctor Who, but it was $1. And last we have another House of Slaughter, but this is red with white and black trade dress, issue 3. So that is all the blanks that I have in my collection so far. I appreciate you guys checking them out and hanging out with me for a little while. I'm on the road to 400 still. Please like, please subscribe. Thanks for sticking around, and until next time, peace.